Kanye West and Bianca Censori have gone viral yet again as a video circulated of them tangling tongues during a steamy knees-up. The amorous moment took place in February, during a rollicking Grammys after-party where Bianca performed a karaoke rendition of Adele's Rolling in the Deep. Hours earlier, she had left onlookers astonished by appearing on the red carpet of the awards show in a completely see-through mini-dress with no underwear. By the time of the after-party, she was somewhat more conservatively attired in a skimpy sheer black unitard that rode up to emphasize her rear end. In resurfaced video from the Fate, Kanye could be seen indulging in a public display of affection with his wife, running his hands over Bianca's body as their tongues met. As the Beano wound down, Kanye appeared stony-faced when he was spotted giving his wife a piggyback right out of the venue in Beverly Hills. Video of the tongue tangle went viral this week as Bianca jetted into Seoul, wearing perhaps her most surprising look to date, a completely covered-up outfit. In a departure from her usual flesh-flashing attire, Bianca, 30, showed hardly a shred of skin as she touched down into the South Korean capital alongside her spouse, 48. Quite literally covered from head to toe, she wore black leggings, furry leg warmers, and a taupe messenger cap atop her raven locks. Even her eyes were concealed behind a pair of sunglasses, adding an air of further mystery. Kanye dressed similarly in all black, opting for a zip-down sweatshirt, leather trousers, and suede footwear. The couple's outing comes about a week after Censori appeared in scantily clad photos, which were photographed by her rapper husband and shared to Instagram. The images showed the brunette posing in white lace lingerie while posing in her hotel room in Japan in shots, which were taken in October last year. The defiant post came shortly after West denied shocking allegations of sexual assault and sex trafficking made by his former assistant, Lauren Pichota. Days after the fierce rebuttal, Censori showed off her ample assets and tiny waist as she posed in the sheer bra and matching thong-style knickers. She boosted her petite frame with a pair of stilettos and wore her blonde locks in a bouncy blown-out style, which covered her pretty features. One sizzling shot saw her crawling across the plush cream carpet on her hands and knees in a very seductive fashion. Revealing that it was her husband behind the lens, she wrote in the caption, "Japan October 2024 shot by @Yi." A recent similar shoot taken at the same time saw Censori share another set of photos from the private shoot. Censori has been sharing the Polaroid snaps to her social media page. Last week, she gave fans another glimpse at her enviable figure with 3 more snaps. In one of the photos, she was pictured on her knees leaning backwards while wearing a sheer tube top and pulling down her stockings with one hand. Another one of the retro-style snaps featured her seemingly naked from the side, wearing high heels, with one of her legs extended in the air. A third image showed Bianca in a shaggy blonde wig and straddling the carpet while shooting a seductive glance at the camera with a hand placed in her mouth. Shot by @Yi, she captioned all 3 of the images. The couple have been caught up in reports that West's former assistant Lauren Pichota has filed a sexual assault case against him. Earlier this month, a Yeezy spokesperson issued a statement to DailyMail.com, criticizing the rapper's former employee's amended complaint against him, which they point out is the 4th version she has advanced. Each new revision contradicts the others. Each is more absurd and outlandish than all previous claims combined, the Yeezy rep insisted. Does Ms. Pichota actually believe her confabulations? We cannot know. But this breathless new installment of fantasy fiction discredits all past, present, and future testimony. The spokesperson continued, "We stand ready to annihilate Ms. Pichota's tall tales before a jury, an exoneration so inevitable that even she, lost in her fog of fantasy, must surely see it coming." Yeezy representative Milo Yiannopoulos also addressed the matter, highlighting the absurdity of Pichota's quadruply revised claims, which now include kidnapping, battery, rape, false imprisonment, and even sex trafficking. She picked the one rapper who loathes violence, has never been arrested, and doesn't even own a gun, Yiannopoulos claimed. In response to the statements above, Pichota's attorney, Lisa Bloom, told DailyMail.com, "While Kanye West's publicist has come up with a slickly worded and outrageously false and defamatory attack on Ms. Pichota, Kanye himself has publicly admitted much of what she's claiming. Kanye's publicist is deafeningly silent on Kanye's own admissions, which will destroy him in court. We look forward to seeing him there, where he cannot hide behind a high-priced spin team," Bloom concluded. The response on West's behalf come just days after Pichota accused the father of 4 of sexually harassing and assaulting her on multiple occasions, in her amended complaint, filed earlier this week. Pishada accused her former boss of forcing his penis into her mouth during a business trip in San Francisco. The oral rape allegedly occurred not long after she began working for Ye in July 2021. She alleged that he attempted to kiss her on the lips more than once, despite her repeatedly rejecting his advances, which she insists she told him were not professional. After participating in a writing session for his album, Donda, the complaint alleges that West invited Pishada to his hotel suite to discuss the record. When she arrived, Pishada alleges in the complaint, Ye abruptly laid down in his bed and insisted that Ms. Pishada lay beside him. She proceeded to reluctantly sit next to him in bed as her then-boss praised her work and shared how he could propel her success in the music industry, according to the complaint. The conversation quickly turned south, she claims, as he began speaking in graphic detail about an unnamed model's genitals and described his sexual encounters with other women. Pishada claims in the complaint that West attempted to kiss her again, but that she continued to deflect his advances. She then claimed he began to ask her questions about her vagina, such as, "What's it like? Can I touch it?" And, "I just want to see what it's like." According to the complaint, despite her reminding him his behavior was not professional, Pishada alleges West stroked his penis over his pants with one hand and forcibly touched her vagina with the other hand. MS. Pishada immediately told Ye to stop. Ye soon fell asleep mid-sentence, the complaint reads. MS. Pishada left the room once he fell asleep. During that same stay in San Francisco, Pishada claims West went to her hotel room and demanded to use her shower. After cracking the door open, Pishada says in the complaint that her former boss pushed the door open and proceeded directly into the bathroom. When he re-emerged, she claims in the complaint he was only wearing a towel covering the lower half of his body and approached her while she was sitting in a chair. She claims he dropped the towel from his waist to expose his penis, removed her from the chair she was sitting in, and pushed her onto the bed so that she was pinned against its pillows and headboard. Pishada says he used his body to pin and restrain her and restricted her from leaving the bed before thrusting his penis repeatedly into her mouth, according to the complaint. As Ms. Pishada frantically pled for Ye to stop, he forced his penis into her mouth. Ms. Pishada froze in shock and fear, but continued to plead with Ye and beg him, according to the legal documents. After the alleged rape, she alleges he apologized and left. When she confronted him about the sexual assault, she said in the complaint he gave her what she thought was a sincere apology and agreed to continue working for him. Still, she insists in the court record he never stopped his sexually inappropriate behavior and harassment. She claims he detailed sexual fantasies about her, demanded she send him explicit material including topless and nude photographs, constantly remarked on her body, and even allegedly called her while engaging in sexual acts with another woman. Other shocking claims in the second amended complaint included that he offered someone the opportunity to have sex with her, and that he constantly told her that he wanted to have sex with her and how he thought about her while he had sex with other women. She also says he offered $1 million in exchange for her deleting her OnlyFans account, from which Ms. Pishada earned approximately $1 million over the course of 8 months. After deleting her account, Pishada claims in the court paper that West refused to pay the agreed-upon amount and quickly lost her substantial OnlyFans following. During her employment, she alleged he interrogated her about her love life, the last time she had sex, how large her partner's penises were, and if she would be open to engaging in threesomes with her partners, his partners, and other women Ye found on various social media platforms. After terminating her in fall of 2023, she claims he grabbed her neck and squeezed his hand around her throat, restricting her airflow, after running into each other at a concert, according to the complaint. With his hands still around her neck, he pulled Ms. Pishada's face towards his, inserted his tongue in her ear, and licked her ear repeatedly, causing it to become wet with his saliva. Ms. Pishada recoiled in horror and quickly walked away, her complaint says. Pishada claims West went on to move into Ms. Pishada's same apartment complex, which caused her significant anxiety and distress. She said in the complaint while he lived there he would walk past her place in a conspicuous manner, and even stationed his security team at various points of the complex. Pishada alleged this pushed her to relocate to Florida as a means of escaping Ye. Following her move, she claims he hired an individual who offered swatting services for purchase to swat her. Pishada, who began working for Ye in 2021 as a music talent scout, A&R, for his Donda album, originally sued West in 2024. While working as his personal assistant and chief of staff, she handled his music fashion ventures like YEZY, property management, and schedule. During this time, she claimed in the complaint that he controlled her life and made her ask for permission to shower or take breaks. Additionally, she alleged he verbally abused her, especially in front of male colleagues, demanded hugs, where he would press himself against her, and spoke about monitoring her social media to masturbate to her photos. She also accused him of assaulting her in 2015 while she blacked out at a studio session. She believes she was drugged and has no memory of the evening, according to the court document. Another disturbing allegation involves a flight to a fashion show. She claims in the complaint that he locked her in a room and masturbated in front of her, until someone from the outside was able to open the door as she cried into her lap. West previously denied Pishada's other allegations made in her initial June 2024 complaint. In his initial legal response to her prior claims, West's companies issued a blanket denial of all allegations made by Pishada, including her claims of sexual assault. In response to Pishada's original lawsuit, West's lawyer called the claims baseless and announced plans to countersue. In her new second amended complaint, Pishada lays out a sweeping list of allegations, including sexual harassment and a hostile work environment, assault, battery, sex trafficking, stalking, false imprisonment, gender discrimination, promissory estoppel, failure to prevent harassment, discrimination and retaliation, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Pishada's lawyer confirmed to Daily Mail that the second amended complaint was mailed to West. In a statement to dailymail.com, Pishada's attorney, Lisa Bloom, wrote, "We are pleased that the judge granted our request to file an amended complaint against Mr. West in the sexual harassment, assault and battery case we are litigating against him in California Superior Court, County of Los Angeles." In a series of recent tweets, Mr. West calls himself a walking Me Too. We agree, and corroborated many of our clients' claims by proclaiming, "If a CEO don't hug you inappropriately, he's AF at GG*T. And life is about using your position to F*K the baddest B. ***, he's possible," and other disgusting and offensive posts, she continued. Bloom concluded, "Every woman deserves a respectful workplace free of groping and sexual harassment. We look forward to aggressively litigating this case on behalf of our brave client, Lauren Piscata."